Okay, let's get started. I'm going to talk about something that I call the invincible company. Point is, no company can be invincible, but what you can do is constantly reinvent yourself. And you actually have to, in particular, while you're successful. That's when it's hardest. So what do I mean when I say the invincible company? It's companies that have three characteristics, and I'm going to show you a little bit how to do this as well. First one, they constantly reinvent themselves. New products, new services, new value propositions, new business models. And here's the important part, while they're successful. The only reason to not reinvent yourself is if you are a startup still searching for a business model. Okay? And I'm talking about the company. Not everybody in a company has to be an innovator. Second one, the best companies, they actually compete on superior business models. It's not about technology innovation. It's not about product innovation alone. It's not just about new market opportunities. It's about figuring out better business models. Not the topic of today, because I'm going to talk more about how you do it, but there's a lot out there. The third one, it's really important, is how do you actually transcend industry boundaries? Meaning you're not stuck in an industry. Who of you is in banking and insurance? Okay, if you believe you're still in banking and insurance, you're not going to be around for a long time. Because today, the best businesses, you can't classify them anywhere in one space. Amazon, oh, they do e-commerce, they do infrastructure for IT, they do logistics, they do entertainment. So the business model is the unit of analysis. And some of you might have studied Michael Porter, hands up, you know, value chain, 5 forces. Okay, that's 1985. That's a long time ago. Need to brush up your knowledge a bit. Okay, so that's what we're going to do to basically create the resilient company. And I'm really happy that I can speak after my friend Amy Edmondson because it really builds on top. You probably have a hard time to innovate if you don't have some form of psychological safety. Now, I like using very basic, simple examples that we can hit on. Think of the car industry. Ford, but it's just a placeholder for many other ones. So, what happened to them? They looked left, they looked right, they copied all their competitors, and that's why they were incapable of innovating. Because innovation sometimes comes from the outside. So Tesla disrupted them. You can hate Tesla, you can love Tesla, it doesn't matter. And I would say they do not have that much psychological safety, but they're really, really disruptors. And you might see a car company, which it is, but it's not, okay? So yes, they make cars, but when they started, actually not at the very beginning, but very quickly, when they scaled, they immediately thought infrastructure. It's the only electric vehicle company today that has an infrastructure for charging. First in the US, then in Europe, because they knew that's one of the blockers for the adoption. So think of it. That's not a small thing. That's a substantial investment in the business model. But is it really just a car company selling cars? Actually, it's a technology company, self-driving cars. But here's what's interesting. The predictions are that most of their revenues are going to come from subscriptions. Why does that matter? Because selling cars is a transactional business model. You have to sell, you have to sell, you have to sell. Subscription is you sell once, you earn, you earn, you earn. That's a substantially different business model. Think of it, okay? And then the last one, while the other companies are trying to catch up building electric vehicles, they're already experimenting with the next wave, becoming an energy company, solar panels that you can put on your roof. Is this a big part of their business? No. Is it going to work? Nobody knows. Are they experimenting and learning while others are just catching up? Absolutely.